I'm Kyle Johnson from MustangsTV.com here at the Palace in Loretto, Tennessee for today's coaches show here with Loretto High School football coach Lee Boyd. And Coach, today's Wednesday, coming off of a bye week. Can you just talk a little bit about what y'all have been doing to prepare for Perry County this week?
Well, with any time you have a bye week, it's a long time. In coach's terms, you'd say, all right, really, what am I going to do for the next 2 weeks? The week that you're off, you obviously want to stay disciplined. You want to stay, I guess, as close to normal as you possibly can. We actually had fall break coincide with our bye week this time, which it's really good. It really was. It gave our kids time to get away and get some time to themselves. But on a more note, we had a tragedy that happened in our town with losing two really good girls in Tana and Rihanna, and it really affected our boys. And it was good for them to have that opportunity to be able to grieve and to fellowship with other people and not have to play football on Friday night. That was the furthest thing from their mind, and it really was the furthest thing from my mind too.
Right.
So that was, I guess, if a week that had happened football wise, that was a little beneficial for us football wise. Obviously, it's still on the hearts of several of our kids. It's on everybody in this community.
Right.
We have to get back to winning football games. We got the playoffs ahead of us. We know that. We got an opportunity to win the next two. There's been some things that happened in the past couple of weeks that have been in our favor. Obviously, if we win next week, we're in a good spot. If we win the following week, we may even get a bye. We don't know that yet. The good thing is we're having that conversation right now.
Right, exactly.
We could be saying, all right, let's finish these last two up and look forward to what's coming down the road, but we're not. We're looking at that extra football that we talk about so much. But no, coming off the Collinwood loss, obviously we were upset, but we just didn't know what we had to do to get the job done. Somebody says, well, the score was 26-7. Well, you had two good football teams, and everything that could go right for them went right for them.
Right.
And every time that we got an opportunity to score, we didn't. 26-7. I mean, it wasn't a blowout by no stretch of the means. We just didn't have a really good offensive night. They didn't really have a good offensive night either.
Right.
We had about the same amount of yardage. We had to do some things. They stopped our run, so we had to throw it. We missed some receivers. We dropped some balls. We didn't capitalize when we had a chance. And they beat us. I hate it. But if you don't take care of the football and you don't score when you have an opportunity, you're not going to win. I don't care how good a football team you are.
That's right.
Against teams that are good, like we are, if you fumble the football or if you don't capitalize, we'll beat you.
Right.
And that's usually what we do. And they did it to us. And you know what? I think Coach Dave did a great job. Coming up next to this we've got Perry County. It's senior night. It's going to be an emotional night for us. We're going to honor those two girls. We've had decals made for our helmets, and we're going to put some stuff on the field, and there's some other things that we're going to do. But our focus is not on the tragedy or nothing of that nature for this Friday night. Our focus is just where we're at and how we need to take the gift that we've been given, and we need to make it. We need to live it to the fullest that we can.
Right.
With what's happened, it may have given us an opportunity to evaluate ourselves and our team. Are we a family? And are we giving everything we got on every day?
Right.
And are we living life? Are we telling people we love them? Those things. And we're really close right now. We actually had that conversation before the tragedy happened. We had already had that conversation. You lose football games sometimes because you're not playing well. You lose football games sometimes because you're not playing as a family. I think it was a little bit of both the other last week. But anyway, you're going to see a different team Friday night, I believe. I don't mean different athletic. I don't mean different in what we do. I mean different in the fact that we're going to be closer. We're going to be a family. You're going to see us playing together. Perry County's got an offense that they've actually come out in 4 or 5 different offensive sets, and the one that they've stuck with is a really tight, very, very old Pittsburgh-style offense. It's a double wing. All 11 guys are in the box, and they're just leaning up against each other. They're going 3 or 4 yards at a pop. It's tough to stop. They'll eat a lot of clock. That's what they do. We feel like that we're a little faster than them in a lot of areas, that we'll be able to get on the edge. We may be able to take advantage of some things that they're going to try to do. We're a little bigger than them up front in some areas. Got more depth too. But they've got 2 wins in the region, and but they're coming down here to our house on senior night, which could be our last home ball game.
Right.
And they're going to have to grab hold of somebody who's got a little different attitude on life right now. So, we feel like that if we take care of the football, and we'll play them every down and not look at the whole scheme of things and not let them get first downs and play it 4 downs at a time, that we'll 4 and out them. We'll get the ball back and we'll score. That's what we feel like we can do. Obviously that puts us at 6-4. That ensures that winning season that this senior bunch wants. And then we'll travel down the road. We'll have to go somewhere else the next week and play a big region game there and have an opportunity to do some stuff where if we take care of business like we're supposed to, we're moving them down the road like we want to. But we're really excited. Kids are playing. We've got some things that is going to combat Perry County's defense. They like to, they got people stuck from everywhere. They run 6 or 7 people coming at all times, and we got some things that we're going to do to try to get our guys out on the edge and through a gap and through a space. And if we do, we'll have some success. Obviously, Zach's healthy and Timothy's back. Cody's back. Dalton. Still without Mason for 1 more week, but that's all right. He's helping us. He's really working our rear end off in practice. So. But we've kind of got a little hunger about us again, which is it's pretty rare coming in the 9th week, but we've got a hunger about us right now, so we're pretty excited about that.
Hey, that's great. That's great. Coach, anything else you want to add this evening?
Well, just to alleviate a lot of people's, may have been listening to the different things on Coach T and hearing a lot of things. The new enrollment figures were released today.
I saw
the
that.
break points were released. We did stay where we were at. We did not move up. There was a lot of talking. We were really close to moving up to what's called there's 3 classifications in the state of Tennessee. There's 1A, 2A, and 3A. And we are 1A. Right? And if you're a 1A team, you can play in football in 1 and 2A football, all right? Which makes us a 2A football team.
Right.
If we would have went to AA overall, then we would have had to play in 3A. Which will put us in the region with Lewis County and Giles County and all them, right. Which we would have done, and that was fine, but we weren't big enough to do that. We were actually 6 schools in. The break point was actually 10 kids above us or something of that nature. So it looks like we're going to be in the same area that we've been in. Now, I can't say the schedule will stay the same. Obviously, I'm going to pick up a couple of new people this time, just for some change. Not because I don't like playing those teams, but just for some change. And try to move some things around, but that was good to hear just because of where we're located. If we have to play in that upper region, we're going to have to travel some pretty 300 or 400 mile tree-ups, which is pretty tough. But that's just to alleviate some of the thoughts and maybe misconceptions that people have. I just wanted, coming from my mouth, I'll go and tell you, we did. Me and Coach Tips and Coach Roach and a lot of the other coaches over had already talked about it, and we were waiting on that break point to be released. Right. And when it was released today, we were in by 6 schools, so that was really good. They'll send us out a letter letting us know where our region's going to be by the end of the month, and then from there we'll go to calling coaches and get scheduled set. So. All right. But, senior night, I don't know what time it's going to start Friday night, just to touch on that. We haven't decided. It'll be after 6:30, we think. It'll be a small ceremony. And then I need your support. We need to pack that stadium. It's going to be football weather. The leaves are falling. It's changing. You can smell it. We need you there. We play on emotion. You know that. And be supportive of us. We're fighting hard. We're doing things. The kids are doing right. They're doing things like they're supposed to. Being positive with them right now. But we're trying to be positive with them every chance we get. Even kids don't mess up on purpose. I've talked to you about that before. No. And they're fighting and they're doing things as hard as they possibly can, and they don't need negative, and we don't give them negative. We don't expect to hear negative either. So, but just love on them when you get a chance. They're still a little emotional, and be there to support them on Friday night, fill in the stands, and we'll fight hard for you. That's all I can promise you.
Coach, we appreciate it. If you're in town in Loretto, be sure and stop by the Palace here. They got great food, great hospitality. Be sure and come on by. As for me, I'm Kyle Johnson. This is Coach Lee Boyd, and we thank you for watching.